All right, guys. Admittedly, my last video, I went off on a tangent and didn't even really get all the way to my point. Now, my point is plausible deniability. This is what these covert narcissists always do, okay? And these other evil motherfuckers. Plausible deniability. Now, I hate to beat a dead horse, but this is very important, man. Gypsy and Breeze live the other day, where they just brought up the Barney conspiracy in a scripted little display there, right? Oh, well, Ken was asking me about the Barney, and then she goes, oh, go ahead, do tell, and then she says, but Gypsy dances around it. It's, oh, that I put the doll here and I take that, oh, and it's just, and then launches off into the laundry story, right? Because the point was to get ahead of me, when I'm coming out telling you this was an electronic toy that talked, so somehow they embedded a recording in there of Dee Dee crying out to trick Nick, right? Because Nick was supposed to finish her because it was a binding ritual. That's what Gypsy fooled him into thinking. This is a binding ritual to marry us in the afterworld, in the heavenly realm. We have to take her soul. That's the only way. I'm a good girl. I can't be making love and having sex with men I'm not married to. Meanwhile, we know she's whoring all around Springfield with anyone that will have her, right? We know that. But this is what she told him. So you got to go in there with this knife that you get all your fingerprints all over, finish her off, come out here, and then we'll make love because we're married. Complete the binding ritual. And that is why he was complaining to his friend Lori and all them in those messages back and forth. What I have to do to keep her. But if that's what I have to do, it defies nature. I'll do what I have to do to keep her. She used love. She used manipulated love. The whole reason we're all even here on Earth, what the whole thing is supposed to be about is love. And that is what she used. There's no two ways around it. That is what she used. Okay? But my point is the plausible deniability between these two dumb bitches. They got in here to get ahead of it, right? And they used the wash because, right? Well, you wouldn't throw electronics in because Karma Collector was about to tell us that there was a speaker and that they could stuff a recording in there to fool Nick to get the deed done. And he's about to come out and tell everyone this. So this is why, right? But they always put a little bit of truth into it. They mix the truth into it some kind of way so there's plausible deniability. Rooted in truth because Minnie Mouse, thanks to Mandy pointing that out to me with her video over there on YouTube. If you don't know her, go check it out. There it is, crime scene photos, photographic evidence. There's Minnie Mouse. So she can fall back on it. But guys, don't be lazy. We can't let her do that. Because this is not Gypsy Rose in a fucking podcast interview or something, and she's put on the spot about, well, what was and she fucks up and says, oh, it was a Barney dinosaur, as opposed to the Minnie Mouse. That's not what this is. This is these two bitches sat down, contrived and concocted a whole story. This is what I mean, guys. Why would they lie about this? Why would they do that? We know if there was any laundry done at all, it was still sitting in the washer, or well, it was done at some point, but who knows? It could have been a couple days before. Who knows? Just didn't make it to the dryer. And they know it was a Minnie Mouse because they said that wasn't an on-the-spot spontaneous deal. That wasn't a slip up, a fuck up. But they thought they could use it for plausible deniability, but you can't use it this way. Not when you plan and plot and scheme and make a fucking script and make a whole big story about the Barney conspiracy and all this shit. Just to get ahead of it. Because what you did is, Nick had to think she was alive in order to believe that he did his part to take her all the way out, because this bitch tricked him into thinking it was a binding ritual to marry them in the afterworld. I'm telling you, this is what she did. And they think it's funny that he fell for it. He's what you call the scapegoat. Okay? 6 to a ritual. 5 and then the scapegoat. Kohlberg case. He's the scapegoat. All right? Pin it on someone outside of the Brotherhood. Trick them. All right. But in his case, it was they were only doing that so she could finish the plan. The plan was, well, now we're married. After that, now we can make love. She was supposed to pull out the mask and tie him up, handcuff him, or tie him up or something, is what she was instructed to do by David Blanchard. And they think this is funny too. And they think it's even funnier that she chickened out. She was supposed to have him helpless, blindfolded, and all this, thinking that she was going to, perform on him or what have you, or whatever. Whatever you do when you blindfold and tie one another up. And instead, she was supposed to stab him up a couple times and then undo him. She was told to scratch him in defensive marks on his face or somewhere before or after he's dead. It doesn't matter, she was told. To get some of his DNA on your fingerprints so it looks like you were fighting him. And then he killed your mother, as by evidence as the fingerprints on the knife. And then he was turning on you. And he raped you, as evidenced by the semen in her. You see. She was going to make love to him first. Right? And then it was, maybe and then, let me blindfold you. Let me tie you up like, Victor and Demona and all that. Yeah. And then pow, pow. Scratch him up. Call David Blanchard. Stuffed the little bitch in the wheelchair again. She's got DNA under her fingerprints. She's already a Luciferian, so they're going to cover it up anyway. That's what was supposed to happen. Mama's gone. Gypsy's the hometown hero. And will be famous then. Books, the movies, what? Could you understand? And she was going to hop right back in the wheelchair and look like the little retarded bitch again. I don't mean it. I'm sorry. I don't mean it that way. But you know what I mean. Looking all people and singing. Meanwhile, this bitch is running around fucking anything that can't get away from her. For real. This is what we're dealing with. And she was going to hop in that wheelchair. And then she was going to be the famous heroine badass bitch, this little fucked up girl, jumped up after she was raped and watched her mother killed by this animal, had the wherewithal to just come through and just jump up and stab him up and kill the perpetrator. And then she would have been famous. She is now, too. And she has money. Plenty of money. Don't let her lie to you. She got exactly what she signed up for. She got it. She's supposed to they keep giving her opportunity after opportunity, guys. That's all they can do. It's not magic. There's nothing supernatural about cutting the deal with the devil. He's an angel of light. A beautiful angel of light. Running around here now. He makes opportunities for you because he's at the top of everything. What do you want to do? Don't be surprised if this bitch has a song. Half of the recording pop stars that cut deals with it, half of them can't sing. They just jack it up with a computer. Don't be surprised. But they give her opportunity after opportunity. She just can't do anything with it. They can only do so much. And she just tells lie after lie. What are they going to do? What can they do? So, I just want you to tell. No, there's no other reason why Bree and her would have concocted that lie, where they talked only about that and made up all these lies about that ball and shit, if this were not the truth. And this is exactly the truth, what I'm telling you guys. I didn't pull this shit out of my ass. I don't pull any of it out of my ass. It's brought to us. I'm just reporting it. Don't shoot the fucking messenger.